now offer subsidies for the deployment of workers. Among the in-demand jobs are those in the medical profession as well as skilled workers. A New English translation of the novel Noli Me Tangere by Philippine national hero Jose Rizal is now available in Sydney. The Foreign Affairs Department reports the latest 480-page version is published and released by Penguin Books Australia. The publisher is targeting a readership of some 160,000 Filipino Australians. The Foreign Affairs Department, for its part, says this is a recognition of Jose Rizal as a world-class literary writer. The Noli Me Tangere is a historical glimpse at the Philippine resistance against Spanish colonialism. Up next, the week's newsmakers. And
I was already been here for 8 months that time when I found it so hard to make some new friends. So, I tried to look up in Center.
Some social networking tips for new migrants on this week's Just Arrived segment. Stay tuned. You're watching Balitang Australia. Migrants battle with homesickness when they first settle down in a new country. But there are ways to expand your social network to make the new place feel like home. Berns Relos tells us on this week's Just Arrived.
In search of greener pastures, we sadly leave behind friends and family. Life in a foreign land is a chance to expand your social circles if you know where to look. Like these oldies and newbies in Adelaide. Several months ago, Babes and her son arrived from Leyte. Her Aussie husband works every day. So alone with the baby and not knowing how to drive, home is where she finds new friends. I was already been here for 8 months that time when I found it so hard to make some new friends. So, I tried to look up in Center. Her online networking opened up a circle of Filipinas who, like her, are mothers and relatively new to Adelaide. I do believe that it's good to have friends around and friends that you can talk to, apart from your husband and your child. Ngayon hindi na ako masyadong nabobored and now homesick. Rolly came here as a student. For Rolly, getting involved in sport is the key to locating his kababayan.
I met some friends through networking. I was studying in university, met some Filipinos there who were playing sports that you like that most even Filipinos also prefer, like basketball. So you meet Filipinos there and you somehow get connected.
In 2005, the Torreville family was still adjusting to the Aussie English that most Pinoys find difficult to understand, although the accent and colloquialisms did not hinder them from finding genuine Australian friends. Finding that Filipino friend who will remind you of home may not be that difficult. But Australia is home to hundreds of different nationalities, and maybe one of them could be your next best mate. Whether you meet them in pubs, community library activities, or in school, it doesn't really matter. The important thing is to have company when you feel homesick.
Go out, don't just, stay within your family or within your home.
Berns Relos, ABS-CBN News, Australia.